Measure of dispersion or measure of variation, sometimes it is called. Or sometimes it is called measure of scatteredness, spreadness, different name. Describe the scattering of the spreadness of the data. Let's go for an example, otherwise you can understand what is the spreadness meaning or what is the variation of the data meaning. Let's try it with that example this. A farm A daily sales, a farm B daily sales in rupees, a farm C daily sales. 3 farms daily sales is given. And you see the farm for the farm A, the daily sale is 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 for the last 5 days. And soon the average is arithmetic mean is 5,000. But farm B daily sales is slight differ, like 5,050, 5,025, 5,000, 4,950 and so on. And but if you calculate the arithmetic mean of this 5 number of data, you can get x bar is equal to 5,000. Similarly, for the farm C, x bar is equal to 5,000. So, since the average sales of these 3 farms is same, we are likely to conclude that the distribution pattern is similar. But the problem is, we see conceptually, the distribution pattern is similar because their average is similar, average is same. But if you observe that the farm A, the daily sale are same, irrespective of the day. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000 and 5,000. But the farm B, there is a less variant in the farm B. Like from the arithmetic mean, from the farm B case, arithmetic mean is 5,000, but the slight variance, but slight scattered, but slight variation in the data. Like the first day, that is 50 plus, second day, that is 25 plus from the arithmetic mean, third day, that is 50 minus, fourth day, I think that is 155, 165 minus, and the fifth day, that is 140 plus. So that is slight variation of the data from the arithmetic mean in the case of farm B. But from the farm C, for the farm C, you see there is a huge variation of the data. Huge variation, why? The mean is 5,000, arithmetic mean is 5,000, but and see the last data, that there is 13,000. So that is huge variation from the mean. Arithmetic mean is 5,000 and the last value is 13,000. Not only this, 1810, that is also a huge variation from the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is 5,000 and the this value is 1800. That is, therefore, the different set we see from this example, different set may have the same measure of central tendency, arithmetic mean in this case, but differ greatly in terms of variation. Data is different variation, but although they have the same arithmetic mean. What is the implementation of this? I try to go for an example, interesting example. Let us see. Too interesting is let a family, you see this, let a family intend to cross a lake. A lake cross korte jaiche. They came to know that the average depth of the lake is 4 feet. Tara janlo lake average depth is 4 feet. Okay. So the average height of the family is 5.5 feet. So that is the average depth, lake average depth is height beshi. Then they decide, the family decide that the lake can be crossed safely. This is equal because lake height is only average depth is 4, but the average height of the family is 5.5. So it is you can they can safely cross the lake. While crossing the lake, now the most important part is this: while crossing the lake at a particular place, all the members of the family got drowned. Why? Where the level of the water is more than 6.5 feet deep. Maybe because there is the average depth of the lake is 4 feet. That means maybe in somewhere else within the lake the depth is 6.5. Maybe somewhere else the depth is 1 feet. Maybe in somewhere else depth is 6.5 and so on. They don't know. They know only the average depth of the height. The reason of drawing is that they rely on the average depth of the lake and their average height, lake and their average height naturally, but they do not rely on the variability of the lake's depth. Variability of the lake's depth. But they do not rely on the variability of the lake's depth and their height. So I think we understand the reason of measuring the variability of a given data. That is the scatteredness or spreadness of the data. So what you have to do in this part to find the measurement of the variation for a particular data set, there are 4 types of measuring technique available. Like for the case of central tendency, we know there are basically 3 types of measuring technique available. That is mean, median, and mode. For the case of dispersion, there are basically 4 types of measuring technique available: range, quartile deviation, or sometimes called semi-quartile range, average or mean deviation, and like last, standard deviation SD. This is denoted by sigma SD, the last case. I repeat, but there are basically 4 types of measuring tendency or measuring technique available for the measure of to find the measure of dispersion. Number 1, range. Number 2, QD or quartile deviation is called QD. Number 2 is called QD. Q dot D. Average or mean deviation is called MD. Standard deviation is called SD or sometimes called sigma. Sigma is noted by the symbol like this, like sigma. This is the symbol, sigma symbol. So there are 4 measuring technique. Number 1, range, QD, average or mean deviation MD, or SD or sigma. Out of these 4, like measure of central tendency, we know mean is the best measure of median is the best measure of central tendency. You know that median, or sometimes mean is also called the best measure of central tendency, but in general, most of the cases we learn median is called the best measure of central tendency because median indicates the middlemost value. Similarly, for these 4 types of measuring technique, standard deviation or SD or sigma is called the best measure of central tendency. Best measure of dispersion or variation, or measure of scatteredness, measure of variability, whatever you can say. Standard deviation of sigma is called the best measure of central variation. Another thing you have to know that we have to find the measurement or variation. So what is the meaning of variation, or what is the meaning of dispersion? So dispersed of the data scatteredness from somewhere, somebody, or from something. You have to find the data spreadness from whom. Data scattered. Go for the example. We know for all three cases, the arithmetic mean is 5,000. Now, if we try to find the measurement of the variation for each of these cases, like farm A, farm B, or farm C, we can use either standard deviation, we can use either range, we can use QD, or we can use MD. But the common problem is we have to know from whom we have to find the variation. এই যে ডেটা ভ্যারিয়েশন কথাটা বলছে, from whom we have to find the variation. Variation কার থেকে করব? That is a common problem. Or for the case of QD calculation, or for the case of MD mean deviation calculation, or for the case of standard deviation SD calculation. The common problem is from whom we have to find the measure. We have to find the variation. In generally, for all the cases, we try to find the variation from the mean or median. That is, for this particular case, say for example, we go for this case, we try to find the difference between arithmetic mean 5,000 with first value 5,000. Again, finding the difference arithmetic mean with second value, like arithmetic mean with third value, and so on, arithmetic mean with fourth value. So this is the way we find the difference or the variation from the arithmetic mean. Sometimes the variation can be calculated from the median also. So যখনই আমরা এই চারটে ফর্মুলা নিয়ে কাজ করব, এটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে উই ডেভিয়েশন ফ্রম হোয়ার, ফ্রম হুম, কার থেকে? মিন ডেভিয়েশন বলো, স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ডেভিয়েশন বলো, বা কোয়ার্টাইল ডেভিয়েশন বলো, মোস্ট অফ দ্য থ্রি কেস। রেঞ্জের অতটা ব্যাপারটা নেই, রেঞ্জের পরে আমরা আসবো। We have to deviate from either arithmetic mean or median. So whenever you try to calculate standard deviation and mean deviation and quartile deviation, you have to remember that before going for the detailed calculation of standard deviation, mean deviation, or quartile deviation, we have to find first the arithmetic mean or the median as the case may. As the case for the case of quartile deviation, we have to first find the median or the quartiles, first quartile, third quartiles, etc. For the case of mean deviation, you have to first find either mean or median. For the case of standard deviation, you have to find arithmetic mean first, then you have to go for the standard deviation calculation. So when you try, I repeat again, when you try to find the deviation, we have to find the corresponding measure of central tendency, that may be median, may be arithmetic mean. Okay. For example, for the case of quartile deviation, before calculating the quartile deviation, before knowing the formula of the quartile deviation, you have to first find the Q1 and Q3. That is first quartile and third quartile. For case of average or mean deviation, MD, you have to find either median or arithmetic mean, then you can apply the mean deviation formula. For the case of standard deviation, you have to find first the arithmetic mean, and then you have to apply after that you have to apply the standard deviation formula. Okay, so let us start step by step, individually, quartile deviation,
Yes, sir.
mean deviation, standard deviation, range. Okay, বোঝা গেল তো বেসিক জায়গাটা?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, the easiest tricks, range is the range আমি পরে আসবো. To start with the QD, quad elevation. Let us start. Find the QD. Remember, for the calculation of QD, we required Q3 and Q1, quartile 1 and quartile 3. Otherwise, you cannot calculate the QD. So find the QD and the coefficient of QD of these values. Simple observation case. Number of n, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So n is equal to 8. So arranging the, as usual, you know that to find the Q1 or Q3 or in median, we have to arrange them in the ascending order. So arrange the observations in ascending order. We have 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 15. And since the number of items is even, so n by 4th. For the case of Q1, there is second item, and second item is 4. Again, n by 4 plus 1, that is third item. Okay, the third item is also 4. So Q1, as the rule, you already know, Q1 is the 4 plus 4 by 2, because 4. Number of items is even, so naturally we have to calculate for n by 4 and n by 4 plus 1. যদি অড থাকতো তাহলে শুধু n by n plus 1 by 4 দিলেই হতো। আশা করি মনে আছে এটা। Similarly, 3n by 4, the item, that is sixth item. N by 4 is already, you know, n by 4 is equal to 2. So 3n by 4, 3 into 2, that is sixth item. Sixth item is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth item is 8. And again, 3n by 4 plus 1, 10th item, that is seventh item. And you see the seventh item is 9. So 8 and 9. And so the Q3 is 8 plus 9 by 2, that is 8.5. Now, what is this is the formula we have to learn. That is QD. Quad elevation. QD is the formula, new formula. Q3 minus Q1 by 2. So the easiest formula, if you know the value of Q3 and if you know the value of Q1, then it is easy to calculate QD, quad elevation. Q3 minus Q1 by 2. That is 8.4, 8.5 minus 4 by 2. That is 2.25.
Sir, can't we do like this? Q5
Can do
5 minus Q3 by 2.
I repeat again. Bolo.
Q5 minus Q3 by 2.
Q5.
হ্যাঁ, minus Q3 by 2.
Q5 কোথা দিয়ে পাবে? Q5 তো হয় না। কোয়ার্টার্স তো, কোয়ার্টার্সে Q5 পাবে কি করে?
ও সরি স্যার, হ্যাঁ
কোয়ার্টার তো, ফার্স্ট কোয়ার্টার, সেকেন্ড কোয়ার্টার, থার্ড কোয়ার্টার। আশা করি মনে আছে, সেকেন্ড কোয়ার্টার মানে মিডিয়ান, মনে আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ফার্স্ট কোয়ার্টার, সেকেন্ড কোয়ার্টার। So QD is equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2. Okay, so this is the first formula we learn. QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2. এবার বলো, তারপরে কোএফিশিয়েন্ট অফ Q1 পরে আসছি। দিস পার্ট আমি পরে ডেসক্রাইব করছি, পরে বলছি। But এটা বলো, any question regarding QD calculation? For example, can you tell what is the QD of this if this value is missing, for example? Can you tell what will be the QD or what is Q1 for this case? If number of item is 7. So what is Q1?
Sir, 5.
N plus 1 by 4. তাই তো? ফিফথ আইটেম
2 sir.
কেন? প্লাস 1/4 মানে n তো 7, 8 বাই সেকেন্ড আইটেম, হ্যাঁ সেকেন্ড, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ওইটা তো 5
Four.
বললাম তো স্যার।
না 4 আইটেম, সেকেন্ড আইটেম 4, ভালো করে দেখো।
ও হ্যাঁ স্যার,
সো Q1 equal to
অ্যাসেন্ডিং
4.
অর্ডারে আছে তো।
Q1 equal to 4. ঠিক আছে? So Q1 equal to 4. Now go for the Q3, sixth item. Sixth নয়. For the case of Q3, what do you have to calculate?
3n/4.
3, no. 3 into n plus 1/4.
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Because there are even odd number of cases. n plus n is 2. N plus 1/4 is 2. Sixth item. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth. Q3.
9 হবে স্যার।
So what is QD now? QD equal to Q3 minus Q1 by 2. What is the answer? 5/2, 2.5. 9 minus 4 by 2.
ইয়েস স্যার।
2.5. যদি n is odd হয়, okay. Now another measuring technique we have to learn regarding for the case of QD, that is called coefficient of QD. We have to explain why we required this. We have to explain in due course. Coefficient of QD is calculating by Q3 minus Q1 by Q3 plus Q1. And it is always represented in percentage calculation like this. So coefficient of QD, I repeat again, coefficient of QD is equal to, actually coefficient of QD is required, coefficient of QD requires when you try to compare two data set. For example, let us try to find just go for example, two players Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and the last 4 innings score for the Virat. Say for example, for Virat Kohli, last 4 innings score is for 2020. 2020 innings, Virat Kohli last 4 innings score হচ্ছে ধরো 48, 50, 52 and 50. Okay.
স্যার আবার বলবেন?
বিরাট কোহলি তো মনে করো 2 প্লেয়ার্স, বিরাট কোহলি লিখছি দাও, দুটো প্লেয়ার ধরো, একটা বিরাট কোহলি, বি ফর বিরাট কোহলি, আর ফর রোহিত শর্মা।
স্যার ভি ফর বিরাট কোহলি স্যার।
সরি ভি ভুলে গেছি, হ্যাঁ ভি ফর বিরাট কোহলি, আর ফর রোহিত শর্মা। তো লাস্ট 4 ইনিংস স্কোর বা লাস্ট 5 ইনিংস স্কোর, সে ফর এক্সাম্পল T20, হ্যাঁ, ফর বিরাট say scores are like this, 47, তারপরে ধরো 50, দেন ধরো 53, আবার ধরো একটা 50, দেন 51, About the 52. Whereas for the case of Rohit, say the scores is like this: 100, say first inning scores 0, maybe. Second inning scores 80. Here is also 50. Just a minute. Here is 20. If you try to find the average between them, in both of cases, you see the arithmetic mean is x bar. We know the x bar. The x bar is the arithmetic mean. For both of cases, both these cases, arithmetic mean is 50. And this is for the case of Rohit also, this is 50. Say in the upcoming match, there is only one slot left. Who will be your automatic choice? Either Virat or Rohit? Any idea? For average is both same, Rohit and Virat. But in the next match, there is only one slot left. Any idea who will be your automatic choice?
Sir, Virat.
Why?
Sir, Virat.
Why?
Sir, because
right.
He's performing consistently. He's performing nice in every match.
He is more consistent. You may get 100 from Rohit, but you may get 0 from Rohit also. But from Virat,
yes, sir.
From Virat is more consistent because they are looks like this. So how can you measure the consistency? Or why Virat is more consistent? এগুলো তো ডেটা দেখে তুমি বলে দিচ্ছ। For a large number of data, it is not possible to find the consistency like this. So consistency, or rather, when you try to compare between two data sets, like Virat and Kohli's runs, Virat and Rohit, we have to use this coefficient of QD, or coefficient of MD, or coefficient of SD, and so on. The coefficient is required to measure the to compare between two data sets. Naturally, for the case of Virat, for example, for case of Virat, the coefficient is low. Low coefficient of measurement dispersion is highly consistent. আমি পরে ব্যাখ্যা করব, এই জন্য আমি আজকে ব্যাখ্যা করতে চাইনি, আমি পরে এক্সপ্লেন করব ইউজিং এক্সাম্পল। যার কোএফিশিয়েন্ট ক্যালকুলেশন যত কম হবে, হি ইজ মোর কনসিস্টেন্ট। কি করে ক্যালকুলেট করব এইটা পরে আসছি। So if you, for two data set, say for example for two data set, you get some is 36% and some is 10%. So naturally that 10% say is more consistent. বুঝা গেল? আমি পরে এক্সাম্পলের মাধ্যমে ডিটেইলস বুঝাবো, নিশ্চয়ই পরে অঙ্ক দিয়ে বুঝাবো। আপাতত বললাম তো কোএফিশিয়েন্ট ইজ রিকোয়ার্ড টু কম্পেয়ার বিটুইন টু ডেটা সেট, ভ্যারিয়েবিলিটি বিটুইন টু ডেটা সেট। Okay, so coefficient of QD is calculating by Q3 minus Q